I'm Charlotte Mitchell, Chair of the Utilities Commission, and with me this morning are Commissioners Brown Bland, Clodfelter, Duffley, Hughes, McKissick, and Kimwright. In compliance with State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the Commission of our duty to avoid conflicts of interest and inquire at this time as to whether any member of the Commission has a known conflict with respect to matters coming before us this morning. Okay, the record will reflect that no conflicts have been identified, so we will proceed with Public Staff Item 1.
Good morning, Lindsay Darden, Engineer of the Public Staff, Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Presenting agenda item number 1, docket number W-218 sub 600. On August 11th, 2023, Aqua North Carolina filed a verified petition to amend its tariff for the purpose of passing along to water customers an increase in the cost of purchasing water service from the Johnson County Department of Public Utilities. The public staff recommends that the proposed order be issued approving the recommended tariff revision.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Are there any questions or discussion on that motion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? That motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Darden. All right, next up, we will move to Public Staff Item 2.
Good morning. I'm Sashi Bhatta, engineer with the Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Item number 2, docket number W-218 sub 599. On June 23rd, 2023, Aqua North Carolina Incorporated filed a verified petition requesting authority to amend its tariff for the purpose of passing along to its metered water customers in Chapel Ridge, Laurel Ridge, and the Parks at Meadowview service areas in Chatham County the increase in cost of purchasing water service from the town of Pittsboro. On August 21st, 2023, during the staff conference, Aqua informed the commission that the water usage rates would change due to a recent merger between the town of Pittsboro and City of Sanford water systems, and that Aqua would amend the application and refile. On August 29th, 2023, Aqua filed the amended application. The public staff has reviewed the record and recommends that the proposed order be issued approving the requested tariff revision.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved. Ms. Bhatta, before I call for the vote, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
So from what I understand, the usage rate is going to decrease by 69 cents or 62 cents per 1,000 gallons. Is that right? And so customers are going to save a little bit here.
Yes.
The Appendix A or A2 actually to the proposed order that's in the record here shows the purchased water usage rates for those systems that are purchased waters like these 3 systems are.
Mm-hmm.
And there's such a contrast between the rates charged by every other supplier of water relative to that charged by the town of Pittsboro. When Aqua informed the commission several weeks ago that the rates were charged to these 3 systems were in question at time because of the merger between Sanford and Pittsboro, I was optimistic that we were going to see some benefit, or let me say it this way, some relief for those customers. 62 cents per 1,000 gallons a month is relief, but it's just not a lot. What do we know about how much the usage rate decreased for Pittsboro customers who are within the municipal jurisdiction? Do you have that information at hand?
Not for what Pittsboro charges, but you know that Aqua is being charged out of rate customers, and it's pretty significant, the difference. I know it's a small benefit to the customers with this new slightly lowered rate, but I understand Aqua's trying to figure out what other options would be there for the customers down the road.
Okay.
And I think there was a potential of even drilling wells, if I understood the conversations during the rate case. But I'm sure Mr. David Drews can probably explain that a little further.
All right, I see Mr. Drews in the audience. Would you like to come up and address that question?
David Drews for Aqua North Carolina. I don't have answers going to make you happy. Those rates are set by the town. Aqua has zero bargaining leverage. The contract that was signed by Aqua's predecessor to serve those subdivisions with the town of Pittsburgh provides that they cannot go out and get their own water source. It's got to be all from Pittsburgh. So there'd have to be an amendment that contract. Pittsburgh would be losing money. They did that. It's just not within Aqua's control. We've gone through this business since the rate case is saying they'll try a lot of different things. They've been tried before. So, Aqua can keep trying, but again, without any negotiating leverage at all. I don't want the commission to feel like some big decrease is going to happen in the future here.
Okay, well, that answers one of those questions. You're right, it's not the answer I want to hear. But what's the difference in the reduction in usage rate that Aqua's customers are seeing versus customers that are within the Pittsburgh jurisdiction, municipal jurisdiction?
That I don't know, but we can find out and get that information
Okay.
back to you.
Please do, Mr. Drews. Okay. All right.
I don't know if I'm going to be out of line, but I did explore during the rate case that how far the Chatham County water line was, and it is a few miles away. And what I had been informed by Chatham County personnel, I think he was the public works director, was that because of this is within Pittsburgh service area, that I think Aqua probably needs to work with Pittsburgh if that option is going to be explored to get water from Chatham County, if that's but I don't know what Pittsburgh is going to say for that one.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Drews, in addition to the information that you are providing to the commission as a follow-up, also provide what percentage of water revenues, we've asked for this information in the past prior to the merger, and I want to see the same calculation, the percentage of the revenues, water revenues that are supplied by these three systems to the total revenues collected by customers from the legacy Pittsburgh system. Does that make sense? So now that we've gotten now that we have the merger in place, I want to know if the percentage that Aqua customers are paying is the same.
Okay, so as I understand your questions, you want to know how much decrease went for the in-town customers versus Aqua's.
Correct.
And you also want to know of the total water revenues for Pittsburgh, what share is from these Aqua customers and what share is from their in-town?
That's correct.
Okay, great.
That's
We will
correct.
get that information.
Okay.
for you.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Spada, thank you. All right, we've got a motion that the public staff's recommendation be approved. That motion has been seconded. Any other questions or discussion? All right, all in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Spada. All right, we will go now to public staff item 3.
okay, item number 3 is docket number W 354 sub 426. On August 9th, 2023, Carolina Water Service Incorporated of North Carolina filed a verified petition requesting authority to amend its tariff for the purpose of passing along to its water customers in Riverend States service area in Macon County the increase in cost of purchasing water from the town of Franklin. The public staff recommends that the proposed order be issued approving the requested tariff revision.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, so moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Are there questions, discussion on this one? All right, all in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? Motion carries. All right, public staff, item 4.
Okay, item number 4 is docket number 1327, W 1327 sub 3. On July 24th, 2023, Dillsboro Water Utilities Incorporated filed a letter with the commission requesting authority to amend its tariff for the purpose of passing along to its service areas in Jackson County the increase in cost of purchasing water and sewer service from Tuckasegee Water and Sewer Authority. On August 3rd, 2023, Dillsboro filed the required verification. Due to changes in billing by the supplier, who is the Tuckasegee Water and Sewer Authority, the public staff modified the schedule of rates to more accurately pass through the supplier changes, and Dillsborough has agreed with the recommended rates. The public staff recommends that the proposed order be issued, approving the recommended tariff revision.
Move approval of the public staff's recommendations.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Are there questions or discussion on this item, on this motion? All right, hearing none. All in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? All right, the motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Bada. All right, next up, public staff, item 5.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Wade with the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Communication item 5 concerns the annual state certification of eligible telecommunication carriers, or ETCs, to continue to receive Federal Universal Service high-cost support. The 21 ETCs specified in the item have filed sworn affidavits attesting that all federal high-cost support funding has been and will be used only for the provision, maintenance, and upgrading of facilities and services for which the support is intended. The public staff recommends that the commission submit certification to the Federal Communications Commission and the Universal Service Administration Company by October 1st, 2023, so that the named carriers may receive Federal Universal Service high-cost support for the calendar year 2024.
Move approval of the public staff recommendation with respect to the 21 ETCs who submitted affidavits.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the public staff's recommendation be approved. Any questions or discussion? All right, all in favor indicate with an eye. Is there anyone opposed? That motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Wade. All right, public staff, item 6.
Good morning. I'm Evan Hauser, engineer with the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Items 6 and 7 are interconnection agreements filed for commission approval by the town of Pineville, doing business as Pineville Telephone Company in dockets P120, subs 28 and 29. The public staff has reviewed the filing and recommends that the orders be issued approving the agreements.
Move approval of the recommendation. Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that items 6 and 7 be approved as recommended by the public staff. Questions or discussion on the motion? All right, hearing none, all in favor? Is there anyone opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Hauser. All right, commission has before us for approval our minutes from the staff conference held on August 28th, 2023.
Second.
All right, questions or discussion there? All right, all in favor indicate with an eye. Anyone opposed? Those minutes are approved. All right, before we adjourn, any additional business for the commission this morning? Okay, hearing none, we'll be adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's go off the record, please.